Hey everyone, it looks like we're online. Back from a, well, rather long hiatus. It began with a little holiday, and then it stretched on just because I had nothing to stream at the time. Um, I only spend a portion of my month actually drawing, and then a lot of it also goes into managing a website and Patreon and all the other stuff that goes into 2 Minute Tabletop. But here we are with a fresh piece of paper and a grid printed on it. And we're going to draw some people lying down just to keep it PG. It's going to be a little bit of a, well, it's going to be the Halloween Patreon release this month. Something a little dark, a little spookier. There'll be some skeletons lying down too. Hey Tyrone. Yeah, it's going to be, as always, pretty quiet stream. I've got push to talk enabled. I got chat open in front of me, and just going to put my head down and draw some people and maybe horses and other stuff lying down. I think we'll keep the horses and complex stuff for later. I'm just going to warm up with some, with some people. Okay, let's see if I remember how to draw. It's been some time. The pen might be all dried up too. I'll zoom this camera in a bit too. 1 second. Okay, that should be good. Hey, Ray. Can we start with a skeleton? Would that be a nice way to kick things off? These are supposed to be 5-foot squares, so it's just a general guideline for me. I'm going to probably resize these once they're digitized. Anyway, just stop talking so much and do some more drawing. I'm just going to stream for an hour. It's 12:30 right now where I am, and we'll stream until 1:30, and then I got other stuff to do. Some of that aforementioned admin stuff. Just doing primary line art right now, so they're going to be pretty basic to begin with. Hey Kirby, going well. Hope it's the same for you. I think I'll just kind of aim to fill up each one of these grid spaces. Some things like horses will be larger. Yeah, that'll be like 22 times 16. It'll be a lot of assets. I always default to like shirt and pants combo, but that's not very medieval, is it? Need to start thinking about tunics or something different. In fact, I think, excuse me, Bert, I think we do clothing details on the secondary line art. We just kind of draw the shape, the important shapes. And I'm just going to explore. We'll do bones and we'll do people and we'll do horses, just wherever my brain takes me at the time. And I don't want to stress too much, so I'm going to allow myself to make mistakes, and if I don't like it, I'll just delete it at the end. And I guess the nice thing about fantasy is I can be very loose with the size because it can be anything from a gnome to a Goliath lying down. The hardest part, of course, will be thinking of so many different poses, but I'm just kind of simulating Skyrim ragdolls in my brain, and yeah, we'll see what pops out. I have an idea for some bone piles, but I think that's going to happen on the secondary line art layer because I want them to kind of blend into the floor, but I can always draw them now just to make sure I don't forget, then convert them into secondary line art later. I think I'll do that. Do some 5-foot, 10-foot, maybe 15-foot squared bone piles. I'm trying to remember how I did them in the Sinister Cabin because I really like the way they came out there. Pretty much just scattered bones with some cross hatching. And then, of course, we want bone piles that are just skulls too. I can't get it out of my mind. It looks like a mushroom pile to me rather than skulls. I guess we need eye holes. That'll do it. Yeah, I've got to get my head into medieval clothing mindset because we need things like cloaks and tunics and hoods and kilts and things like that. Always forget, but usually when I start up my camera software, I need to refocus the camera and then we should get a better image. So give me 1 second. I need like one of those pilot checklists every time I start up the stream. I need to remember to do all these things. Bear with me. Okay, that's a little better. Depends on what device you're watching this on, but it looks a little better in my preview. And I shouldn't be afraid of repeating poses, because if I repeat this pose with different garments on, or even if I try and do it exactly the same, it's going to come out reasonably distinct every time. And also, I think these little thumbs, it might be too much. I might just give them noodle arms instead. Although, when I get the thumbs right, they do look good. Gosh, medieval clothing. It's been too long since I drew a character. It's like garments and stuff. It doesn't come to my mind very naturally compared to like trees and battle map stuff. And we definitely need more people just laying flat. I'm doing a lot of. I keep going towards people kind of curled up. I need people who have fallen asleep very suddenly. No, Chris, they're just sleeping amidst some skull piles. It's they're not the D word. You can't say that word on YouTube and Facebook. They're just people lying down. And yeah, Kirby, I'm torn stuff would be like a secondary line art thing, but not entirely. I can do some ripped fabric and stuff now. So yeah, thanks for putting that in my mind. Yeah, this is the Halloween themed release though. So when I think of Halloween, I think of people lying down. They've had too much candy. And I need to mix in long hair variants as well. I like lying down in this pose. It's kind of a the awkward arm pose. Let's see if I can pull it off first. Yeah, this is everybody after the big Halloween party, and they've passed out in a bush. And they're going to get clothes later. That's secondary line art stuff, so it's going to be looking kind of awkward currently. Also need some skeletons, more of those. I need to look up what a hip bone looks like, because I don't think I have it quite right in my imagination. Okay, cool. And I promised Gum that I would sneak in a dragon-esque fossil, but I don't. I think he's got a specific description for it, so I'll hold off on that. Yeah, Kirby, there should be at least one black cat in the free pack, and then there's a black variant for all the cats in the expanded pack. Not sure if this is the right paper. Oh well. Actually, it's fine, because I realized I'm doing all my line art on watercolor paper, and then I'm doing the watercolor on a copy of the line art. So I could be doing line art on any kind of paper, really. It's not so important to me. Whereas I used to do line art and watercolor on the same piece. That's not true anymore. Definitely want more kind of cloud watching poses. Those are cute. And then different levels of people in zombie cosmetics, essentially. Yeah, different Halloween props of like zombies. You might have half a person there as a Halloween prop, sort of thing. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot we can do. Let's just do another skull pile while we're in this zone. Yeah, I guess we can. We're drawing fantasy stuff. We could just draw zombies lying down. That's legitimate. First, another mushroom pile. Make sure to not to make the mushrooms too small because that has some dark implications. Now it is kind of just a big glob of detail right now, but I have some plans to break it up into more interesting shapes. Um, but it'll only become apparent way down the track when we're in Photoshop. So just trust me for now. Yeah, they're just the budget human skull props, which are smaller because they're cheaper to produce. I mean mushrooms. You pretty much take all of these poses and just make skeletal versions. I need some serious references for hip bones. Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking, what am I thinking? I'm definitely gonna have to have zombies which aren't complete in structure. I like drawing the skeletons the best. I've always just been a big fan of undead. Maybe partially clothed skeletons too. They got some ragged cloaks and stuff. That'd be nice. More cloaks. We need more cloaks, that's for sure. And like soldiers' uniform. Um, this is supposed to double as a pack for like soldiers' picnics where they all play together and then lie down at the end. Okay, we've got man gaze, short hair gazing, skeleton stargazing, like a long haired person in a dress gazing. That's the other thing about medieval peasantry, I guess. We need tunics and we need those dresses. Are they just called dresses? I guess they are. Garb. Yeah, definitely more tunics. Hmm. She's pretty tall, isn't she? Oh, hey, Autumn. Yep, nap time. This is after the big Halloween party and everyone's drunk and passed out in the park. What this is about. And hey, Anna. You know, I want some sleeping adventurers too, because it's nice to populate your dungeons with them. Um, I think at this scale, just takes all it's going to take is a backpack and maybe a weapon in their hands. I always sleep with my weapon in my hand just in case my dungeon master ambushes us. Yeah, I like that idea. Some backpacks and some traveling cloaks and like a weapon. And also soldiers. We want some sleeping soldiers. I mustn't forget that. Say we mustn't forget that. I mean, look at all the space we've got left. There's plenty of space. Okay, yeah, Kirby, good idea. That's I think when I start running out of ideas, I'm gonna just open up the token editor probably and just draw sleeping versions of everything I see. Um, maybe sneak in some characters that I like and other little kind of setting typical people like the friars. I like that, I guess. It's got some very simple clothing at this point. I think ears might be the small detail that would help sell these. We'll see. If it's ever unclear, like the form of the head, then we'll add an ear and see if that helps. Ah, yeah, Autumn. Like a Warforged or something. You take your head off to let it charge. Yeah, that's a good idea. A little bit like that. He's got like a coat of mail, that's why his arms are so thick. He does. Creepy skeleton. Make him a little creepier maybe. But also say my double is lying down. Yeah, I don't think it helps. I think we do more guys in this kind of Gambazin outfit. That's a good soldier kind of template. And helmets. Some of them can have helmets. And shields. More partial skeletons too? Just more skeletons. We could fill up half this page with skeletons and that'll be still a good pack. Definitely some cloaked skeletons with the tatters of their old uniform hanging on. Some of these tiny gaps between the assets are going to make my job later so much more painful. But that's a problem for future me. Kirby, I think probably professional soldiers in this case. But I also think at this level of detail, we're pretty much just putting a gambazon and a helmet on them. So it could be either one. Maybe like a fully armored knight, a few of those too. Can you imagine sleeping inside a suit of armor? Like a plate mail suit of armor? Be the worst. Do one of those, I think they're... No, I won't pretend to know any of the helmet names, but I can picture them. Pig-nosed? Is that not a helmet name? I try to be autumn, but I have a real tough time falling asleep in the daytime. Some days I'm like, if I could only nap, I would feel so much better. But my body just doesn't want to fall asleep. Have another go at a curled up skeleton. And it works. I mean, even if we fail, we've still got a pile of bones. That's useful. I think I need to like break up the routine of me going from head to toes. If I start with the toes and go the opposite way up, we might get something interesting. I'm going to allow myself to put belts on this primary line art layer. I think we'll leave that as that. Since I don't really have space. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have space for his head, so we'll just leave it as it is. Oh yeah, good idea, wizard. Wizard. Yeah, we need to go through all the archetypes, don't we? We'll start with the hat for the wizard since it's the important bit. This is our sleeping black mage from Final Fantasy. Since we got space, he can have a staff. I've done skeletons before in a pack. Was it in my Underdark assets, maybe? In any case, I've kind of improved my skeleton drawing skills a teeny tiny bit since then. I'm just warming up with some vague shapes. Yeah. Another adventurer with a backpack. Oh yeah, yeah. Good idea, Autumn. Some of those Halloween costumes. Mm, very, very good. Definitely. In fact, I was gonna do some of those as standalone assets, so you could theoretically stick arrows in any one of these. We'll do both. This is a good quality prop. Probably straighten it up a little bit in post. Yeah, that's a good call. I think I'll do a bunch of yeah, archetypical kind of ancient peoples. Go through the whole range. But that'll happen pretty much the way I work with asset packs these days is I fill up half the pack just with stuff that comes naturally to my mind, and then I run out of ideas. And then we'll fill up the other half of the page with stuff which I search for on the internet. And I'm hungry for ideas. And this is where we'll put our horses and livestock and stuff. But also I don't want to make too many promises because I do also tend to forget stuff or run out of room. But we do want to make this comprehensive. We're not going to make more than one sleeping people pack. No, Roman soldiers, that's actually what I had in mind. Hmm. It does depend on the level of detail required. Like, what sets a Roman soldier apart? The bare legs, maybe? I guess that'll come in the color. Yeah, so at least when we're coloring these, there'll be some distinctly Roman dudes. And round shields, like for Spartans. That's something. The issue I see is that if somebody needs a Roman sleeping person, they probably need a bunch of them, unless the quest is specifically about one Roman soldier who's fallen asleep. Hmm. Yeah, at this level of detail, I don't think the helmet is going to come across, unless it's got like a mohawk or something. Same as swords. Pretty much all of these are short swords. with the exception of this one. But we'll think about it. Also, we should do sleeping monsters. I got the monster manual right in front of me. Maybe that will be a separate pack entirely. We'll save that. Or if we do get desperate over here, we'll do some iconic monsters. Okay, when I hit a wall, when I stall for too long, I'm just going to draw a skeleton. That's the new rule. Because we can do some closed skeletons. It's just a skeleton version of our soldier. Actually, it's just a tunic. It can be a skeleton of anyone. Not sure what happened to his skull. Maybe he's an alien or something. Yeah, yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? I have a suspicion that that second half I was talking about is going to be just a whole collection of soldiers. I think, yeah, while I'm just riffing, while I'm just winging it, we'll do skeletons and classic adventurers and peasantry and like bone piles and stuff. And then save like just specific soldier outfits for over here. Yeah, I could see that filling up a lot of space. Do more archetypes. We need more like casters and stuff. And also people with long hair. Sleep comes for us all. Long hair is just tricky thing at this scale. Maybe more ponytails. What we need. Beards. Yeah. Yeah, let's do a wizard in a little bit and we'll give him a big beard. Not just the wizards, but we'll start there. And dwarves. We need dwarves, don't we? Thanks, Alexander. Yeah. Lots of overlap at this scale. I'm just trying to be loose with the scale. Like this guy just happened to turn out on a gnomish kind of size, and then where's the other one? This skeleton just happened to turn out looking very tall. I'm just letting the letting it happen, I guess. But for certain things like dwarves, I think they have a certain build important to capture. We'll do a few of those. But believe it or not, that is an hour's work, which doesn't bode well for the entire project. But it is Tuesday, which happens to be my busiest day. So I'm going to take off and get my other stuff done. And maybe I'll do some more of these on camera or off camera. But I'm trying to get back into streaming an hour every workday-ish. So I'm sure you'll see me back here very soon. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. I hope you've all enjoyed watching me draw some people lying down, some Halloween props, etc. It's been a nice warm-up, and I'm excited to keep drawing more. Definitely more fun than I imagined. And just ignore the unfinished ones. We just ran out of space, so we'll have to finish them later. Anyway, yeah. Wish me luck with the rest of my day. Good luck to you with the rest of your day. Enjoy, have a good one, and see you next time.